Welcome everyone to a brand new episode of the Monday Night Warfare podcast. New graphics, new background, and a new format. I'm J.R. Judy, joined by Wade Skaggs. And Wade, this time we're not looking into the past, we're looking into the future with some WWE predictions for 2025.
We gotta go back, Marty.
I think we went the wrong way.
Back to the future.
For those of you who are new to the podcast, this is normally a week-by-week breakdown of the WWF and WCW Monday Night War. But we're changing it up for extra content here on YouTube. We're going to have brand new content with 2025 predictions for WWE and AEW. This time it's WWE only. Wade, if it's cool with you, I'm going to go first on my first prediction. This might be one of my more tame predictions of the video.
Uh-oh. I'm scared for the future.
But it also might be one of my more diabolical ones. I think in 2025, we are going to get a segment with the New Day thanking Ridge Holland for injuring Big E. I think the New Day has so much heat and they want to get extra heat. They're going to bring Ridge Holland out and they're going to thank him. If they can stretch it long enough, I would have it happen in March on NXT because one of the NXT Tuesdays is the anniversary of the neck break. That's how diabolical I would be.
Yeah, you're right. That's diabolical. You have the devil in you. That's what you have. That is despicable. I can't, wow. You know what? Honestly, they probably should do that. That would be insane. That would be the biggest heel move they've ever done, for sure.
Especially if Big E is secretly cleared to come back. Like, why not get all of the heat that you can get?
Right. So, if we're talking about the New Day, then I'm going to go ahead and talk about one of my predictions, and that is that Big E, as you were saying, is going to be cleared to wrestle, and he's going to wrestle Kofi and Xavier in some way, shape, or form, because he has to. I mean, you can't just have all this stuff that happened and him not wrestle those guys. So I'm thinking maybe he wrestles them like maybe in a gauntlet, like one after the other, because Big E would do that. Maybe he finds another tag partner, I don't have any idea who, and faces off with them, I don't know. But I'm predicting that at some point in the next calendar year, Big E will be cleared and will wrestle Kofi and Xavier in some fashion.
See, I thought maybe he would come back in the Rumble as like a surprise entry and get that way. I don't know if that's too soon, but I definitely think you could be on to something with a handicap match or a gauntlet or something.
Yeah, handicap match would be good too. He would want it. I feel like Adam Pearce would be like, no, we can't have that. Find a partner. Or maybe he'll face one this week and one next week. I don't know.
Maybe Adam Pearce will be the partner.
It could happen. Stranger things have happened.
All right, my next prediction, I want to go to the Netflix premiere of Raw. I think on that show,
It's Tiffy time.
Tiffany Stratton will cash in Money in the Bank on Nia Jax and become the new champion.
Ooh.
I think when you look at the Netflix premiere, you have a brand new audience who are trying to figure out the new characters and how everything works. Why not explain to them on the first episode, this is what Money in the Bank is, this is how it works. Also, here's your new champion. I think we're going to at least get one new champion on that episode. I think Tiffany might be it.
That, honestly, is a great prediction, and I love that. I didn't even think of things in those terms of, like, explaining the new, to new audience and stuff like that. I'm not sure how much of a new audience they're going to get, but it could be big, man. I mean, if they get over 3 million viewers, I mean, that would be great.
Hey, everybody, it's Editor JR from the future, or past, or wherever I fit in this timeline. I know what you're saying in the comments. Tiffy already cashed in and won. I know she did. We recorded this video December the 20th. Editing just takes a long time. I picked the wrong debut. She cashed in on the USA 3-hour debut. So good for you, Tiffy. It is Tiffy time. And good for me, because I'm giving myself a half point. Now back to future, past, current me and Wade. Take it away.
That kind of ties into one that I have about Netflix Raw on January 6th, which is Roman Reigns defeats Solo Sikoa, wins back the Ulafala, becomes the undisputed tribal chief once again. That's right. On this program, we acknowledge our tribal chief, okay?
Always.
We acknowledge our tribal chief. Roman Reigns will become the tribal chief once again. I don't have any idea what Solo is going to do for the rest of the year, to be honest. But, at the very least, Roman Reigns, undisputed tribal chief once again.
But then who does Jacob love?
I love you, Solo!
He'll still love Solo, I imagine.
It's ironically one of the best parts of the bloodline now is just Jacob Fatu.
Yeah, that's true.
This isn't one of my predictions, but I'm going to throw it in here. I think at some point Jacob is going to turn on Solo, and he either acknowledges The Rock or he just goes off on his own. And when he goes like the hands together, he's going to go and look at him and go, "I hate you, Solo."
Now that
would be so good.
That's real good. I was going to say if they split the bloodline in 3 different ways with The Rock in there, that would be incredible too.
Oh, God, that's too much. That's NWO vibes.
That was your idea. You just came up with it.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe Solo just goes backseat. I don't know. You can't have NWO Wolfpack, and LWO in here.
Or can you?
So my next prediction is a more celebrity involvement. I think at some point in 2025, we get a tag team match featuring Logan and Jake Paul. You want to know my perfect scenario match?
Please.
It's Logan and Jake against Stone Cold and Mike Tyson.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
In reality, they'll probably face the Usos, but...
Yeah, that could happen, yeah, for sure.
But wow. I think in a perfect world, give me Austin and Tyson against the Paul brothers.
I don't know if that's a perfect world, but I get what you're saying. We'll see. That at least we'll know that Mike will get in some good shots on Jake, that's for sure.
Emotional damage.
That's good. I like that, and I think you might be onto something there because I was thinking also that Jake might come in. So we'll see. All right, if we're staying in the beginning part of the year, my next prediction is the Royal Rumble. My prediction is that CM Punk will win the Royal Rumble match in January, or maybe it's the first week of February. Now I don't remember, but my prediction: CM Punk wins the Royal Rumble this year.
Who's the eliminate last?
Seth Rollins.
Ooh,
maybe
spicy.
I don't know. I didn't think that far, but that's a good question.
I like CM Punk. I didn't know what to do with the men's Rumble. I have down. It's not a official prediction. I think Joe Hendry's in the Rumble.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
But I do have a prediction on the women's Royal Rumble. I think the winner of the 2025 Women's Rumble comes from NXT. I think that the title pictures are too crowded on Raw and SmackDown, and you're also trying to sell an audience on NXT on CW. I think Giulia wins the Rumble.
Huh. And goes for the NXT Women's Championship?
It goes for the NXT Women's title, yes.
Didn't Charlotte do that?
Charlotte did, but Charlotte wasn't on NXT.
Yeah,
though.
I know,
NXT
but still, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Because then you think about in those by those numbers videos, you can have like NXT superstars have won the Rumble before, and now it's not like a NXT guy's in, he's not winning. Like there's always going to be that doubt in your head now.
Absolutely. I think that's really cool. I think that's a cool idea. I do think that she'll be in the Rumble at least. I don't know if they'll fully pull the trigger on an NXT person winning it, but it could happen.
I just don't know if we're ready for a repeat winner of the Rumble. We've already had Charlotte and Becky and Bianca. I don't know if we're ready for a repeat winner yet with the Women's Rumble yet.
Well, who was the first repeat winner in the men's? I mean, it only took like 6 or 7. I mean, there's been more
Hogan must pose,
women's Rumbles
brother.
now. Yeah, I mean, there's been more women's Rumbles before than there was men's.
True.
So that ties in with my next prediction.
Hogan?
And it also has to, well, maybe, who knows?
Brother?
It also has to do with Giulia. My prediction is that she doesn't win the Royal Rumble, but does win Money in the Bank. Now, she can win the NXT Championship on January 7th, which I think is likely to happen. But I think that give it enough time. If the Money in the Bank is in like July or June, because they keep changing it, so I don't know. She has enough time to be the champion on NXT for a little bit. Maybe she can even be the champion on Raw or SmackDown, because they don't do that anymore. It used to be like when Kevin Owens was the NXT Championship and he debuted, it was like a big thing. But they don't like to do that anymore for some reason. I think it gives her a little bit of legitimacy for people on the main roster if they only watch Raw and SmackDown. I think she comes in there and wins Money in the Bank.
I could see that. I think that at some point you're going to get Giulia on the main roster this year. She's too good to sit there that long in NXT.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
I looked at the men's Money in the Bank, and I think that the winner of men's Money in the Bank should be main event Jey Uso.
It happens. It finally happened. I have the exact same prediction. Jey Uso.
He's too popular. I don't want that. They had LA Knight that's popular, and they kind of let it, saunder out. They can't let it fall twice. And Jey Uso is the man right now.
Absolutely. Dude, I was talking, we were texting about it when Williams was going on, and I texted you and I said, bro, I think Jey Uso is literally more over than Roman right now. I mean, it's crazy. When you see him come, like when he's up on the level coming into the arena, people are, you got the yeet, you got everything. It's like, I'm not going to say it's Stone Cold Steve Austin, but it's like, he's so over that it blows my mind in those arenas. I wish they had decibel meters for those, because he's so over, it's insane. It blows my mind. So he's going to be world champion this year, I think. Well, a year after that, within the next year and a half. So, yeah, Jey Uso, Money in the Bank, absolutely, dude.
Well, and imagine if they keep the belt off of Roman and he can't win it, but Jey wins it. Then you've got a whole other dynamic of that angle.
That's good. I like that. I like that a lot.
Speaking of championships, I'm going to go to a different championship. I think in 2025, Bron Breakker wins the World Heavyweight Championship. I think the world title is going to move to SmackDown. I think Bron Breakker is going to be separated from the Bloodline stuff and from Cody Rhodes. And I think Bron Breakker becomes the world champion in 2025.
I love it. I love Bron. Like from the first, from his first stint, from early in NXT, I love this guy. I mean, he's got the look. He's got, charisma. He's got more charisma than well, let's not go there. But he's just a beast, man. I mean, he's so good. So I
his dad and I
absolutely
are
can
friends on
see
LinkedIn.
him. Oh, shoot.
He wishes me a happy birthday every year.
That's nice of him. I wish he was as nice to other types of people, but let's not go there right now. If we're talking about the World Heavyweight Championship, this kind of ties into what we talked into before, but Gunther, as of now, is the world champion. I say he loses the championship to a cash-in from Jey Uso. So you're thinking he wins the WWE Championship. I'm thinking they keep him separated from the rest of the Bloodline. He goes to SmackDown, Bloodline comes to Raw, and Gunther goes to SmackDown. And that's not, well, I guess, hey, there's a prediction right there. I didn't write it down because I feel like everybody thinks that's going to happen already. But Jey Uso cashes in Money in the Bank on Gunther, maybe at SummerSlam or something, because I think Gunther will have the title for a while. Maybe WrestleMania, I don't know. Jey Uso cash in. Book it.
I can see that. I've got one for Gunther as well. I think he is going to lose the World Heavyweight Championship at some point to a Mr. Jonathan Cena.
Ooh.
And I think it's going to be early in 2025. And the rest of 2025 will be Gunther chasing down John Cena. And in December, Gunther is not only going to beat John Cena to get the belt back, but he is also going to retire it.
Oh boy. Bro, that's good. I like that. That is a great idea, actually, man. Who else but Gunther, really? I don't know.
Gunther has to face Goldberg, too.
I don't know if that's going to happen.
Oh, it's going to happen.
Yeah, you're probably right. So for my next prediction, I'll go a little in a different direction. Now, this one is going to make me sad. I might shed a tear. But what I think is going to happen, this is kind of a 2-in-1. I love the Judgment Day. Okay? I love them. I think what's going to happen sometime is, at the first, Raquel Rodriguez will turn on Liv Morgan sometime this year, and because of the fallout of that, the entire Judgment Day will implode. Maybe they all just turn on each other at the exact same time. That would be something. They all fight against each other and everything. I think the Judgment Day will implode sometime this year. You can see cracks forming already. I'm going to be very sad because I love the Judgment Day. I love Dominic, but this will be another stepping stone for Dominic. I think Dominic could be the star of the entire group, even more than Finn, potentially. So I think that will happen at some time this year.
It's crazy how good Dominic Mysterio is.
Mm-hmm.
I think that he needs to go solo at some point. Mm-hmm. And I think you're right.
Even if it's still with Liv, that's good too.
Honestly, I would almost... This is going to contradict what I just said. I'd almost rather have him take over the LWO and be the leader and have them kick out Rey.
Oh, that's not bad. I like that.
There's so many extra predictions in this video. We're giving you bonus picks.
Yeah, that's true. That's good. I like that.
I'm going to look to NXT for my next pick.
Ooh.
I think in 2025, Ricky Starks becomes the NXT champion.
Ooh. Very nice.
He's basically there now.
Yeah, dude. I have been a Ricky Starks believer since the beginning, since he was with Team Taz, or maybe even before. I love him, dude. I think he's an absolute star. I question the sanity of Tony Khan for letting him get away. I don't know what the heck is going through his mind. I love TK, but this is just crazy. I think he's an absolute star. He'll come in NXT, he'll go to the main roster. No reason to believe he won't be WWE champion someday. I think he's an absolute star. So I agree with you.
I want Ricky Starks and The Rock to do the Spider-Man meme at each other because we all are thinking it.
That'll be good. And then have LA Knight in the corner or something.
Yeah.
Speaking of LA Knight, my next prediction is, at some point during this year, LA Knight will win the World Heavyweight Championship or WWE Championship, but he will be a world champion in WWE in the next calendar.
So here's the thing. I want that more than anything on my prediction list, but I couldn't put it down because I don't think there's room for him in the main event. It's too crowded.
I get you, but a year is a long time, though. Especially if Cena doesn't take the belt. I mean, a year is a long time.
I know. I don't want to get my hopes up because I'll be sad.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. But, I mean, the thing is, dude, the man's not getting any younger. He's like 41, 42, something like that. And so is Damian Priest. They're both around the same age, so they both still. It's funny to hear about somebody who's in their 40s. They still have a bright future, but they do. So I feel like they got to pull the trigger on LA Knight this calendar year at some point, dude. I mean, they have to.
You know who they're going to pull the trigger on in 2025?
Who's that?
Roxanne Perez.
Ooh. Okay.
I have Roxanne Perez winning Queen of the Ring. Especially with her gimmick, like her with the crown, I think that would just be gold.
Yeah, I agree.
I think Roxanne Perez will win Queen of the Ring and go to Raw, wherever CM Punk lives, and then she will fight AJ.
That's real good. I like that, because they hinted at that when he was on NXT. That's good, yeah. Honestly, I'd like to see her fight him and beat him up, but that's beside the point. All right, my next prediction, I don't know how many we've done, but anyway, the next prediction that I have is that at some point this year, we finally, I mean, if it doesn't happen, that's real bad, I think. We will finally get the return of the man, Becky Lynch. Okay? She's got to come back sometime, and I hope it's very soon. Maybe Royal Rumble, maybe Money in the Bank, I don't know. But she's got to come back sometime soon. We miss her, and she's got to come back.
No, where do you
Because there's rumors, like maybe she won't come back. So I'm thinking, okay, you got to come.
Where do you slot her in, though, is my question.
I don't know. It depends.
I've looked at the roster. I don't know where to fit her in, is the only issue.
To be honest, if they keep, like, I mean, really, the SmackDown Championship doesn't really have, that's not really that crowded, really. Well, they have Bayley, I guess, too.
SmackDown's going to have
actually, maybe
Bianca and Jade, though, and
that's
Naomi.
True. Maybe and we don't know what kind of drafting and mix-up they're going to have there. So I don't know. But, I mean, it's Becky Lynch. She doesn't have to be forced in somewhere. She can fit in anywhere she likes. She's one of the biggest stars in the world, so I'm not worried about that.
I've got one pick left, and I think this is the one I want the most.
Ooh.
At Survivor Series, it'll be War Games. It'll be Team Cody versus Team Bad Guys. And Team Cody will only have 4 members.
Ooh.
The 5th member will be Dustin Rhodes.
I don't need a partner. I need my older brother.
And we will all cry happy tears.
Yes.
And then Cody turns heel on his brother.
Ooh. Oh, why'd you have to do that to me, dude? Oh, Lord.
Because they want the Mania match.
You are diabolical. Well, yeah. You are diabolical. That, it's a good story. I just don't think he'll turn that fast. I mean, that's almost a year away, but still. I still think it'll be a long time before he does, honestly. Plus, if the rumors are true that he just doesn't want to be a heel. The crowd might force his hand, but we don't know. But it's a great story, man. They didn't
force his hand in AEW. He stayed babyface the whole time.
I know. But for whatever reason, some people in the crowd started booing him. I have no idea why, to be completely honest with you. But, yeah. But in WWE, it'll be different, I think. Who knows? We'll see. That's crazy.
I'm a monster.
You are a monster. How could you? How could you? All right, for my next and last prediction, I will say something that I thought was going to happen on Saturday night's main event, but it didn't happen. My last prediction is that Piper will turn on Chelsea Green to go for the United States Championship sometime. Actually, I think it'll happen sooner rather than later. It could happen before the new year. We don't know. But the way she was holding Chelsea up on her shoulder. I thought for sure she was going to pull a Batista on her. You know what I mean? Like Batista and Randy Orton and, push him back. I thought that was going to happen for sure. It didn't happen. I think it will happen. I think it'll be, Chelsea will be babyface for this. And it'll be a stepping stone for her career. I don't want to call Piper a stepping stone because she's not. But I'm just saying it'll be really good for both of their careers, I think.
I think Chelsea is an American-Canadian treasure and deserves all the praise in the world. So
Absolutely.
As long as she gets more TV time, I'm here for it. Well, we did all the hard work for you guys. We just told you everything that's going to happen in 2025. So let us know in the comments below your wildest predictions, anything we got wrong, anything you think we're stupid about, you go ahead and tell us. Just let us know in the comments below. And be sure to check out our next video when we give you the wildest AEW predictions for 2025. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time on the Monday Night Warfare podcast.
Say goodbye to all the hardcore fans, Charlie. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.